YouTube video. I will be reviewing Nas's album Street Disciple. Nas, great MC who's made a lot of material, a lot of different albums that I've reviewed. I've talked about him a lot on this channel. This is the album he made in 2004. In 2004 it was called Street Disciple. Here's my review. It started off with an intro, which was pretty good start to introduce this album off. Then we have a message to the feds, is about him sending a message to police officers about stuff going on in the hood, and he talks about police brutality and how they're going to deal with it, etc. Very political song. Very good way to start the album off with a political track to make this album start off well. Then we got The Nazareth Savage, is a biblical track. He talks about the Bible, he talks about the disciples, he compares himself to the disciple of music, etc. Very good production to that song. I think the production fitted that song really well. Then we got American Way featuring Khalees. He's talking about American life and the American dream, etc. And he's talking about living in America and life and the politics in America, all the corruption that goes on. Khalees' singing was alright on here. Not a fan of Khalees, to be honest, but her voice is good. Then we got These Are Our Heroes, about who the people look up to, who people idolise. I think that's a really good, interesting song. Good concept for a song. He's talking about how Americans look up to celebrities, etc. And he's talking about how he wants to influence positive change, etc. That's what I got out of that one. Then we got Disciple. I love the beat on that song. Very menacing. Really great song. I really enjoyed that song. Then we got Siku's Story, I think, featuring Scarlett, which is a story about a woman who was abused, etc. That's what I got. And Nas has got an alter ego called Scarlett, and she's rhyming basically about that, really. Yeah, his female alter ego, talking about how it affected, etc. And I think that's an interesting way. Then we got Live Now featuring Scarlett, who is Nas again. And we got Rest of My Life, a really, really good song. I enjoyed that song really well. Well produced track. Then we got Just a Moment featuring Quan. Yeah, good song. Then we got Reason featuring Emily. Really great song. I love Emily's voice on the track. Really, really great. And the lyricism is good. Goes back and forth and he rhymes well. Then we got Disc 2 I want to talk about. We have Suicide Bounce, which is a bounce party type track featuring Busta Rhymes. I really enjoyed the song. It's a really enjoyable song. It's a good party track, something to get hyped to and pumped, and I think that's really good. The lyrics ain't bad either. Then we got Street Disciple featuring Olu Dara, which is, again, a great song about the Bible and the streets, disciple, and yeah, that's what I got from that song.
Rest in peace, Rich Dog.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so then we got Street Disciple. Is a really good way for the album to go, and it's about a biblical, religious type track, being disciples, etc. Then we got UBR, Autobiography of Rakim. It's a biography about Rakim. Really good song. Rakim, a legendary MC with Eric B. I love their albums, and Rakim, great MC, and he's talking about Rakim's life and how he influences Nas, etc. Because Nas is very influenced by Rakim. He's not the first to do a track like that. I think Ill Bill did an autobiography on Slayer, I think.
Even though we don't live in the same home,
Then we got Virgo featuring Ludacris and Dougie Fresh. Good song again. Then we got Remember the Times, which is about remembering the good times and remembering a way life was growing up for him, etc. That's what I got out of that song. Really cool. Then we got Getting Married, which is about him getting married to Khalees, even though how much he's in love with her, etc. And how he wanted to make marriage work and how excited he is to get married, even though they end up getting divorced, which I will be probably talking about during another review I'm going to do on Nas's latest album, Life Is Good. Then we got No One Else in the Room featuring Maxwell, really good song, cool. Then we got Bridging the Gap, really good song. Again, goes in, has that jazzy feel to it. Really like the jazzy production on that song, and I think yeah, and I like how he rhymes about his life and talks about how he was too smart to be at school, etc. Really interesting there. Then we got War featuring, really love this song. I love the singing on the hook, very political track, talks about the wars America has and the effects of a war, etc. I think you've heard a load of songs about that. I think that's a really, really great song. Then we got Me and You, which is a tribute to his daughter, and I think maybe even about his son as well at some point. Then we got Feast Theme, 2 versions of that to end this album off. I actually think this album was solid. I actually think this is a solid project. I think the production's on point for the most point. I give this one probably 8.5 out of 10, personally. That's my opinion. Peace.